Hey guys, wanted to come on here real quickly and just give my thoughts so far as I'm watching Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens here on the Night 1 edition of WrestleMania. The Night 1 edition of WrestleMania. You can probably hear it in the background, guys, but like I said, you can probably hear it in the background, but I wanted to come on and give my thoughts about what's been going on with WrestleMania so far. Uh, I know some people don't like some of the finishes, like with the ladder match, ending the way it did with Morrison being headbutted off the ladder, the two ladders, and grabbing the championships on the way down. Some not happy with the Sami Zayn Daniel Bryan finish, or even the Becky Shayna finish, or even the what else did we have? What else did we have? The Elias Corbin finish, or even the maybe even the Kabuki War, even the opening match finish. I understand some people weren't happy about that, and I get it. But I think the reason they're doing it, I'm not trying to defend WWE in any way. I'm not trying to defend them in any way, guys. But basically, what I think's going on here is they're playing it safe because they don't know what's going to happen within the next few weeks. Within the next few weeks, few months. Ooh, buckle bomb by Seth on Kevin. Like I said, they don't know what's going to happen in the next few months. That's the thing. Well, not next few months, but next few weeks. Pop up power bomb. Nope. But anyway, like I said, the reason I think some of the matches are finishing the way they are is because one, like with Becky and Shayna, nobody knows exactly what's going to happen in the next few weeks anyway. For all we know, May open the door for things to get sort of back to normal in a lot of regions of the country, but nobody knows exactly what's going to happen after that. You see, that's the one thing, and I think that's the one thing the decisions are going the way they are, because I think had this gone off the way it was originally planned, being in Tampa, being at Raymond James and all that with Shayna and Becky, Shayna would have won. That Becky rolling and doing kind of remaking the spot of Bret Hart and Roddy Piper from WrestleMania 8. I've got a feeling that if this had gone originally as planned, it's going to end in a DQ.
Here's your winner by disqualification, Kevin Owens. is going to walk out of WrestleMania with the victory. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. That's not how Kevin Owens plays. You really feel that, huh? Absolutely. Kevin Owens played his hip and shoulders with Seth Rollins in the middle of that ring. Hold on, Seth.
Well, kids.
No. You don't get to end this way. No. I thought at WrestleMania you were a god. Huh? Those were the actions of a god. Those were the actions of a little bitch. Huh? Come on, Seth. Come on, you think you're half the man you claim you are? Prove it. Get back here. And let's finish this. Once and for all. Test me. Let's do it. No disqualifications. No rules. Come on. Kevin. No DQ. No disqualification. No rules. Come on. Figure it out.
Here we go. Well, they restarted it, but anyway, and now it's no DQ. So I guess maybe Alex will get it. Just Alex, formerly Deluxe Man, will get his wish here.
I can't blame Kevin Owens for responding the way he did. He didn't want that match to end the way we just saw. This was moments ago that rock with Kevin Owens. Remember, no disqualification. Obviously, no count out. The decision has to happen.
But anyway, like I said, the reason, like I said, with Shayna and Becky, the reason they went that route, redid the Roddy Piper Bret Hart spot from WrestleMania, is mainly because, as some people are pointing out on Twitter that are trying to look at the logicness in it, the logicness in all this is the fact that nobody knows what's going to happen after the 30th, because nobody knows what's going to, nobody. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the next few weeks. So basically, they're taking the safe precaution, and that safe precaution is, hey, let's just keep the belt on Becky, because she's still kind of selling, merchandise-wise. She's still moving merchandise, still making money. That I think what they're going to do is they're going to put the belt on Shayna, but they're going to wait until they're in front of a crowd to do it, because think of the reaction the crowd's going to give when Shayna wins the championship from Becky. But if they want to keep Becky strong and say, okay, let's put Shayna in a different kind of match with the title on the line and she wins, but she doesn't beat Becky, that would still make Becky look stronger and kind of allude to the fact that no matter how much Shayna beats on her, she can't beat her legitimately. So they could be heading in that direction too. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know, if that's what's going to happen. But again, I think they did this the way they did with Shayna and Becky as a safe haven. The Morrison, Kofi, Jimmy Uso match ending the way it did, yeah, it may have not been a great finish for a lot of people, a great conclusion to what was an awesome match. But I think, honestly, the reason they did it as well is, again, just like with Shayna and Becky, they don't know what's going to happen in the next few weeks. So, better to cover the bases. The women tag team title, and the same with Sammy and Daniel. The same with Sammy and Daniel. It's like, you could have put the belt on Daniel, but I think they're saving it for maybe later on. And it may not be Daniel they go with. It may be Drew Gulak. And they want to save that possibly for, the future, for the involvement of the crowd. So a lot of these decisions that have already happened and that are yet to happen, however they're looked at or however they're done from what people are trying to look at as a logical standpoint as being something that covers the bases. What's he doing? He just did a freaking elbow off the WrestleMania sign onto a table onto Seth. But anyway, like I said, I think that's why they're making some of the decisions they are, and some of the decisions that are yet to come tonight and tomorrow, because they're not sure what's going to happen. So I think that's why they're doing that, and I think logically, a lot of people trying to point that out. I mean, I understand, just Alex and Good Mike Work and OTR Central, a lot of them want things to go a certain way, makes sense, and I understand that. But right now, we're in a situation to where you don't know what the future holds. I mean, next month everything can slowly get back to normal. We can get some crowds, small crowds, whatever, into the buildings, and we can go from there. I think honestly, what Raw WWE should do with SmackDown or Raw and 205 Live and NXT is just keep the small arena outfit, not stay in a performance center or Full Sail, but also go to like some of those smaller venues they used to do in the early to mid '90s with Monday Night Raw, and go with that and start slowly building from that, and then get, as they did back then, back to a bigger crowd eventually. So I think that's what's going to probably happen. Should everybody get the clear by next month? But again, they're just covering the bases because they're not sure what's going to happen. And I think they'd rather wait for some of these results to be done in front of a larger audience to get a great reaction. And Kevin Owens wins. There was no package pile driver, but you know, probably best you're going to get. But anyway, like I was saying, that's the reason, in my opinion. Sorry if I'm being distracted here a little bit by watching WrestleMania. Basically, that's the reason we're getting the results we're getting. In some ways, may not be the way people want. Like I said, it may not be the result people want, but I think they're just covering the bases, and I think that's uh, to me, they're just trying to cover the bases. It's kind of like, when you look at what's going on, like, as crazy as it sounds, like certain retail jobs and all that, where I work, it may not make sense to a lot of people to limit or go the direction we're going, where we're limiting customers going in and all that, but it makes sense from a protective standpoint. It makes sense from a protective standpoint to keep people safe. We're covering our bases. My job, Target, Kohl's, and all that. We're covering our bases. That's why, you know that that's why the decisions are made the way they are. Um, but anyway, like I said, to me, some of the decisions that are made, again, the outcomes that have occurred and will occur, uh, they're being done to cover bases. That's what it is. They're being done to cover bases. And again, I know I'm sounding like I'm repeating myself. And like I said, I know I'm repeating myself, but the thing is, it's called covering bases. It's basically, people saying it's the logical direction to go, and that's the truth. It is the logical direction to go, to basically make sure that you don't know what's going to happen a few weeks from now. Things may get better, and by the grace of God, they will, and some may not. So we'll just have to wait and see what occurs. But I'm gonna end it right here, guys, so I can continue watching Mania, and then hopefully I'll do a review on it later on. Let me know down below. Oh, our truth.
No, it's hard, man. My name's R Truth. I'm the 24/7, 48/7, 7-Eleven, I-95 South, North, European television champion. And man, this thing's been giving me problems. It's bittersweet. I love it.